Been so long since I've shared Scottish baby names, and I'm always looking for an excuse to do it because my husband's from Scotland and somebody requested this, so here we go. Let me just say my husband knows of people with these names, not all of them, but many of them, and so I'm basing my pronunciation off of him. That said, it still might be bad, okay? Starting with these gorgeous girl names, I absolutely adore the name Ilsa, and if you already like Elsa, which we've been talking about recently, this is a great alternative. Then we have Blair, which is cool girl chic to a T. Then we have Bonnie, which is just so playful and fun. Fiona is so lovely, and it is ranking at 406 currently. Talk about a sweet spot. You've been around here for a minute, you know my feelings on the name Isla. It is one of the best, and it has the stats to prove it. It's very popular. Then we have Lennox, which is really gender neutral, but I love it for girls because I love the nickname of Lenny. Honestly, it was just easier for me to find boy names I liked. I even have a list of honorable mentions. Maisie is just the cutest. It's a great way to honor a Margaret or a Mary in your family, but it really just stands alone so well. I first heard the name Morg when I was in Scotland hanging out with my husband's friends. It is tricky for Americans to say, but honestly, these last three names, if you want something really Scottish sounding, and she could also go by Maury as a nickname. We have the name Senga, which just feels very Celtic cool, and I guess it means slender. What do you guys think of the name Shona? I think it is absolutely stunning, and I don't think I've ever shared these last two names before. For boys, let's start with the name Alistair. There's actually an Alistair in my husband Ian's family. Then we have Angus. I've actually met a little boy named Angus back when I lived in Chicago. I think this is really cute. I know people are going to be like, meat? Steak? Next up is the adorable name of Duncan, and then the name that causes all of our brains to break because my husband would say this name is pronounced Graham, and I would say Graham. But since this is a Scottish baby name list, I think we all should pronounce it the way they say it in Scotland. Graham. And Ian is my husband's name. Ian is the Scottish version of John, although my husband spells it the Gaelic way, which is Iain. We have Lachlan and Malcolm, adorable Scottish names. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10. I really liked this nickname that comes from the name Robert, Rabbie. The famous Scottish poet Robert Burns was often referred to as Rabbie Burns, and fun fact, the best man at our wedding, who we're still friends with, is named Stuart, and he read a poem from Rabbie Burns at our wedding. And then we have Tam, which is the Scottish variation of Thomas, or a nickname of Thomas, and my husband also has a friend named Tam. My honorable mentions list includes Callum, Colum, Craig, Grant, Hamish, somehow Lachlan made it in there again, and Logan. I leave you with this beautiful Scottish surname that I think is very gender neutral. You could pronounce it Kerr or Carr. Basically means someone who lives near a patch of wet ground that's covered in brushwood. But how perfect is it if you want a short, uncommon name with a Celtic vibe?